is next on SoapNet.
You're worried about Kelly, aren't you?
Yes.
And you miss Blair, so why don't we just go over there?
No, Blair doesn't want to see me.
She just wants you to forgive her for letting Todd tell Kelly's secret to Kevin.
No. She doesn't think there's anything to forgive. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Okay.
She doesn't think she's done anything wrong.
Shh. Here's the bottom line. One of you's gonna have to bend, or you're both gonna break.
Honey, something wrong?
This looks like one of those conversations that I could best serve by going to the pool.
Aunt Carlotta planned for us to take Jamie to the zoo today, but when I went to the diner, she was gone, and nobody knows where she is.
Thank you for taking Jamie so last minute.
Sure. You know I would have you every day if I could. But now Antonio told me that you all had plans with Jamie today, so what happened?
An emergency came up.
Well, hey, to have me take Jamie instead of Carlotta, it must have been pretty big.
Carlotta's, well, she's busy.
Jessica, you may as well tell me what's going on. You know, I'll only figure it out anyway.
Carlotta had to leave town, suddenly.
What kind of trouble could Carlotta be in?
I don't know. Antonio's looking for her.
No one knows where Carlotta is?
Don't worry. Antonio's gonna find her.
Well, how do I get in touch with him? I mean, if, you know, there's a problem here.
You can just call me.
You're not her mother.
RJ, I know that, but you also know that I love Jamie more than anything, and I'd do anything for her.
Yes, Jessica, and that's very sweet. But I'm talking about legal responsibilities, rights, and you know you have none.
Can you just call me if you need anything? Thank you. My sweet pie. Antonio, it's me. Can you just call me wherever you are? Just don't shut me out again.
What do you got for me?
Kevin Buchanan and his grandfather they're in Texas.
With Kevin's son?
I assume so, sir.
Well, check into it, see what's going on. Oh, and one more thing, Jared. Find out what Todd Manning's been up to with Duke Buchanan. The Buchanans belong to me. I want Manning to be a problem.
Anything else? Are you sure about all this?
Okay, Mr. Manning has to say goodbye. So, goodbye.
What are you doing?
The bakery sent over samples of our wedding cake, so I want you to try one. Okay. What do you think of this one? Sorry.
Oh, sweet.
Really? Vanilla one. Okay.
Oh, it's really sweet.
Todd, you're no fun. You know, Dorian, she would know the right cake to pick. I know she would. Oh.
Claire.
Oh, so bad.
You didn't do anything wrong. Kelly did something wrong.
I know.
Doreen is just upset we blew the whistle.
Oh.
Hey, we're gonna go see Evangeline later, huh? We're gonna get that mansion.
It doesn't matter where we live, Todd. People still gonna think we're trash.
Oh, like who, the Boers?
Yeah.
Well, they thought our money was green enough until Kevin tanked us.
Mom.
That one's not so bad.
Really? Which one?
That sweet one there.
This one right here?
Yeah, this one.
Well, let me taste something again.
There.
What'd you do that for?
I just want to taste it, you know what I'm saying?
Well, let me look here. Let me see something. I got something right here. Let me see about this one over here.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
What's that up?
That's probably Dorian. She's probably going to beg me for forgiveness. I'm sure of it. I'm going to eat your cake later, Eddie.
Oh, not if I eat
Got
this
it?
first.
All right. Here we go. Amanda! Oh.
Sorry about the interruption. I had to sign some papers that have to get over to the courthouse right away.
Oh, that's okay. I probably should go. You're busy.
No, stay, please. I need to talk with you, Kelly.
Well, we already talked about the case. I'm fine. I can handle anything.
Well, I'm glad, because I just got some news this morning. Kevin's lawyers just got the judge to push up the case yet again.
Till when?
1 week.
Jessica. Hi. Is Tico here?
No, he just left. What can I do for you?
Have you heard from Antonio? I haven't since he left to find his mother.
Carlotta's gone?
Well, you didn't know? She took off yesterday. She took off with Angelina.
Angelina's here.
Are you sure?
I just saw her.
Oh, my God. You have to let me talk to her then. She might know something.
I'm actually building a fairly strong case against Kevin. His character. But, before you see it, I want you to know that there are some things in here that might be upsetting.
I already know about the DUI.
There's more. He's been out with a different woman almost every night. Most of them prominent social figures. In one instance, a senator's daughter was seen leaving the mansion the morning after a date with Kevin.
Well, yeah, we're separated. I mean, it's not like when he slept with Blair.
Besides Blair, do you know of anyone else? I'm trying to establish a pattern of womanizing here.
There was, when he was married to Cassie, he fooled around with some nurse, and she had a nervous breakdown because of it. And then there was when I was married to Joey.
You?
We had an affair, yeah. I'm not proud of it.
Okay, that's just another incident of infidelity. He slept with his brother's wife.
Yeah.
Kelly, is there anything else I need to know? To win this fight, I need to know everything, no secrets.
Could I just see that file, please?
Well, I guess it's best if you see it here first, than in the courtroom.
Amanda, please come in. I'm so sorry. Todd and I were sampling some wedding cake, after Kevin spoiled things for us this morning. But, it is so generous of you to come by and give us a second chance for the country club board.
It's difficult to ignore a former lieutenant governor.
Oh, well, Kevin's going through such a hard time.
What are you
right
doing
now.
here? Come to give us a second chance?
Todd, Amanda's a very charitable person, obviously.
No,
You can-
bull. She wants something from us. What?
I'm sure that Carlotta had a very good reason for suddenly leaving.
But I need to talk to her.
About what?
I just need some advice on something.
Why not ask me? I am your mother.
Well, I just miss River sometimes.
Of course you do, but that doesn't mean you have to get back together again, does it? I mean, you're both so young, and some things are just not meant to be.
What if they are? What if God makes something happen that...
What, darling?
You better get the door.
Oh, Tico, what a
Hi,
surprise.
Dorian. I apologize for dropping by like this unannounced, but I'm very worried about Tia Carlota. Have you heard anything?
You haven't heard from her either?
No, only that she took off suddenly yesterday, and Jessica says Antonio's really worried. Speaking of which, how are you feeling?
I'm taking very good care of my daughter, thank you.
I know you are, Dorian. Thank you. I didn't mean to interfere. I just worry about my sister, that's all.
Oh, I think you should be more concerned about your aunt.
Actually, I have a hunch where she might be.
Where?
Well, I was driving over here, and it occurred to me that Tia Carlota confided in me that, not long ago, that she wanted to put her past to rest, and it got me thinking, well, maybe she's in Puerto Rico doing just that.
And why wouldn't she say anything to her own son?
Well, maybe she called him. We don't know that, but apparently Antonio is on his way to be with her.
This doesn't sound like Carlota. No. Something's definitely wrong. Excuse me.
I don't understand why you're so upset about this.
Well, what don't you understand? Antonio felt like he had to go after her.
So Carlotta left town and then Antonio went after her. But Angelina's sleeping. I don't want to bother her.
Well, something could happen to Carlotta.
And why would you think that Angelina knows anything about that? Because Tico thought that Carlotta and Angelina took off together. Well, obviously Tico was wrong.
Well, why wouldn't he tell Antonio when he found out? I mean, it could have helped him know where to look for his mother.
Are you sure that that's where Antonio is and he's not off on some police job?
Yes, I'm positive. Antonio wouldn't keep something that important from me. Why would you even ask?
Just wondering.
He's out looking for his mother, okay? He's in Puerto Rico. And Angelina might know some information about where he went. If you would just let me speak with her.
Okay. I want to know what's going on as much as you do.
Angelina! Angelina, I thought you said she was sleeping.
Amanda, I'm sure if the Lambview Historical Society still needed money, that my generous husband here would still love to cut a check. Isn't
Her
that
husband
right?
didn't seem interested in our money.
Well, he was probably just reacting to what Kevin said, right? Right?
Listen, we don't need to suck up the phonies like her and her husband. If they don't like us for what we are, forget them.
Obviously, it was a mistake coming here.
So how do your friends at the SEC for me? Yeah. While you were checking up on us, I had a little look-see at you and your husband. Guess he did a little insider trading, huh? A lot. Turned state's evidence on his pals, stay out of jail. So he put the money in overseas accounts. That's why they were abroad most of the year, apparently. I think that'd make a really good news article, don't you? Now, what do you think? Do you want to run along and get your husband to get us on that board?
The country club wives are meeting this afternoon.
Oh, are you inviting me?
I'd love to introduce you to them as the newest board member.
Oh, love it.
I hate him. Can't believe he would flaunt this in my face.
Don't let it get you down, Kelly. 1,000 pictures of Kevin with other women isn't going to do a thing for our case if you lose it on the stand.
I know, you're right.
Kevin's lawyers are out for blood, and they're aiming at you. Asking questions about your family's history, about your affair in Texas, about your past use of tranquilizers, and the fact that you're still taking them now.
I don't use tranquilizers on a regular basis. I just use them when I feel like I have to go to sleep.
Any hint of misuse, and you can say goodbye to Ace. This is for you. Study it over the next couple days.
What is it?
It's some questions that Kevin's lawyers might ask. I just need you to read them carefully because we're going to use them to prepare your testimony.
Sure. I'll look them over and I'll call you when I'm ready. Could I have that file? You said those pictures were copies, right?
Well, they are, but why do you want them?
I just need to remind myself why Kevin doesn't deserve Ace.
As long as you're not thinking of retaliating.
No, no. Can I go now? Is that all?
Yeah. Bye. Bye. Thanks. Angelina, you have to tell me if you know anything about where Carlotta Vega went.
I already told you. I know nothing.
And if you knew something, you'd tell me, right?
Why do you feel I would need to hide something from you, Sonia?
Angelina, it's just that you were out of the house at the time that Carlotta disappeared. Did you see her? Did you talk to her at all?
You are really worried about her, aren't you?
Yes, I am, and Antonio is too. And you see, I don't know where either one of them is. And I'm starting to think that something really bad could have happened. The Santis, they could be after them, and they're killers.
I promise you, no one will harm them. I have not been feeling well lately. I have to lie down. You will excuse me, won't you?
If you think of anything.
I will let you know.
She knows where Carlotta went.
Possibly. You can never really tell with Angelina. You let me know if Antonio contacts you, okay? Promise me.
Why wouldn't I?
Jessica, you don't have to worry about me. Antonio loves you. He's made that abundantly clear.
Well, apparently he's had to.
There's plenty of other men in Landview.
Fine. You go find one.
Look, I need you to get me as much information as you can on Sonia Toledo, especially over the last 2 or 3 years. Yeah, yes, I agree. She's quite a piece of work, which is why you need to be quick and careful about it, yeah? Huh. I don't know who I can trust less. Sonia or you?
Miss? Miss? When exactly did you last see Mrs. Vega?
All I know is what I told Antonio.
Pardon me? Which was?
Carlotta emptied the cash drawer and took off.
Pardon me, we're not finished.
Well, I do believe Angel Square is so much more beautiful with flowers now that the country club board wives have planted them, don't you? Well, this is certainly not the country club, but they do have excellent food. Have a seat, and it keeps me in touch with the people, you know.
Where are you planning on having your wedding reception?
Well, we don't know yet. Actually, we want something unique, something very spectacular, but we're going to figure that out. Oh, excuse me. It's my beautiful daughter. Yes, sweetie. What's up? Star, I don't think it's a good idea to go swimming over at Aunt Dorian's right now. No, well, I tell you what, why don't you go to the country club? After all, your father and I are now new board members. Yes, that's right. So you just start planning your little party, okay? Okay, I'll fill you in later. All right, love you. Bye-bye. Dorian. Claire.
How are the children?
Fine. And Adriana?
Adriana is a bit under the weather, but other than that, she's doing quite nicely. Thank you for asking.
look so surprised to see me.
Well, I don't recall telling you where I live.
Not that hard to figure out. Oh, it's a cute little baby.
So you two have met?
Yeah, at Antonio's apartment. Of course, I didn't know then she had such a sexy grandpa. You must have been a teenage daddy. That little baby girl.
She takes after her mother. My daughter was very beautiful.
Yes, you told me about her passing on.
Yeah, it was suicide. But Vega drove her to it. He's as guilty as if he pushed her off that balcony. But why are you here? I mean, if you come for more information about Vega, well, we're fresh out.
You really hate him, don't you?
I hate him as much as he loves himself. So unless you come to hurt him or otherwise vex him and destroy his life, and you need my help, I'm busy.
What if I said I was?
Sonia, I may live in Landview, but I'm not an idiot. It's obvious that you are plagued with an interest in Vega. I can't fathom why. But you are up to something.
Oh, Kelly, how did it go with Evangeline?
Great. Kevin's lawyers have convinced the judge to move the court date up again. It's happening next week.
What did Evangeline say? Does that give her enough time?
She wants me to go over these questions. Make sure I can answer them without falling apart.
Oh, may I see? Maybe this is something we can work on together. Oh, yes, yes. Great. I will play the part of Kevin's lawyer, asking you these questions. First, Mrs. Buchanan, you have named Todd Manning as the father of your child. Are you saying that you had an affair with Todd Manning?
Dorian, you know I never slept with Todd.
Honey, I'm not Dorian. I'm Kevin's lawyer. I am role-playing.
All right, fine. Right. Go ahead.
Are you sure that you're up to this?
Yes, I have to be up to it. If I want to keep Ace. The question. Yes, I slept with Todd. Once. We were both very upset because our spouses had had an affair with each other.
Good. Good. Just sit up straighter, okay? Next one. So that justifies infidelity? You had the right to be unfaithful with Mr. Manning because your husband had been cheating on you?
I can't do this right now, Dorian. I can't do this.
Honey. Come on.
I read over your original divorce settlement with Asa Buchanan. There.
So we're gonna get the old Buckaroo's mansion, aren't we?
Well, let's see here. As stated in the agreement, the 12 acres the mansion sits on goes to Blair.
Oh, you yeah.
But Asa could always claim it was a mistake. I mean, obviously it was.
Well, obviously it was. It was, what, 0.12 acres of a manure pile.
The only problem I see us running into is that the judge could rule you own the land, but not the mansion that sits on it. In which case, Asa might have to pay you rent. Or maybe he could sell it to you.
He is not going to sell it to us in a million years.
So what are we going to do? How are we going to get that mansion from Asa? Because I want to personally pack Kevin Buchanan's bags for him.
Antonio, why aren't you picking up your messages? Can you just at least call me back and let me know that you're okay? I'm really worried.
May I help?
Hi, Tico.
Still haven't heard anything from my Aunt Carlota?
No. And why didn't you tell me that Angelina wasn't with her?
Because I didn't know until after I'd seen you.
You could have called.
Well, I didn't find out anything from Angelina about my aunt's whereabouts, so Okay, you're right. I should have called you anyway.
Listen, do you have any idea where Carlotta could be? I mean, we know that she's in Puerto Rico, but we just don't know where.
You know, actually, I was thinking, I think my aunt might be trying to reconnect with her past. I believe she grew up in, Ponce, I think it is, yeah.
I don't think that she'd go without telling anyone, especially Antonio.
You know, maybe she's keeping some secrets from me.
Do you really think that's where she is?
You know, I still have some family in San Juan. Do you want me to make a call for you? I mean...
It's fine, I can do it myself.
You're still angry with me.
I just have a lot going on right now.
Is part of it to do with your brother, Kevin? Look, forgive me if I'm overstepping here, but, you know, I couldn't help picking up some tension between the two of you.
Yeah, well, there's not some tension, there's a lot of tension.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so am I. Nothing I can do about it right now, though.
Hey, remind me never to be on your bad side. I'm not, am I?
Milk and toast, huh? Are you on the all-dairy, high-carbs diet? I suggest you add in some exercise. Maybe you should go for a swim.
No, I'm too fat to go in a bathing suit.
Really? Well, you're hiding it quite nicely.
I need to go to the store.
Why don't you let me take you then?
No, it's okay. I can go by myself. Thanks, David.
Sweetheart, you have to know. Kevin's lawyers are going to ask you about having an affair with Todd.
I just don't think I can lie about this. I'm just so tired of lying.
But you're going to have to. If it comes out in the hearing that Paul stole that baby... Oh, Katie, no. That he found Ace for you, you're going to lose Ace. I mean, they'll take the baby away from you.
I can't let that happen, Dorian.
No, of course you can't. So, you're going to have the strength. You can do this, all right? Now, let's just try it again, okay? So, Mrs. Buchanan, you felt you had the right to be unfaithful with Mr. Manning because your husband had been cheating on you?
No. Having an affair with Todd was a mistake. And I'm sorry for any pain that I caused. But I am not sorry that I conceived Ace because my son is not a mistake.
Honey, that's good. That is really very good. Now, I told you, you can do this. Definitely. Oh, really good. Okay. How long did you wait before you told your husband that he wasn't Ace's father?
I loved my husband. I wanted us to be together and be happy. I wanted him to stay with me and to stop having affairs. So I let him believe that my son was his son.
So you consciously allowed your husband to bond for months with a child that was not his own, only, oh, well, this is what she wrote, only to rip that child away from him when you revealed the truth.
It wasn't supposed to happen.
Of course not. But then Kevin's lawyer is sure to say, but that is what happened.
I'll tell you what's happening now. What's happening now is Ace is happy and safe with me. He sleeps right beside me every night. I am with him every single night, while Kevin is...
Yes?
Kevin is out with a different woman every single night. Those are disgusting photographs. That just proves how much he misses Ace and me.
Oh, honey. I'm so sorry. I didn't know about these. I would never have asked you, forced you to answer those questions. I'm sorry.
How am I going to get through this story, and how?
You will. Okay? There are ways, my dear, that you can beat Kevin. And you will.
I thought old Mrs. Boring was going to have a cow when I dropped that little bombshell about her husband.
You stop talking about my new best friend like that. She's going to help us plan a tremendous wedding reception at the country club, because that is what board members do, my dear.
I'd rather have it at Manning Manor.
You think we're going to be in the mansion by then?
According to Evangeline, it's ours for the taking, practically. I say we evict Mr. Buchanan, Kevin, and Asa immediately.
Chico, I told you already, I'm not mad at you.
Well, then, come have dinner at my place.
Thanks, I'm not really up to it.
Which is exactly why you should. Look, sitting around waiting for the phone to ring, it's just gonna make it worse, Jessica. Look, we're gonna have great food, great music, and by the time Antonio does call, you won't feel like you want to cut his head off. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, everybody's gotta eat. Excellent. I'll see you at 7.
So, what's the deal with your little plan?
The heist is all set. You will be adding some very pricey paintings to your private collection.
No problem so far?
Of course not. Relax. There is nothing to connect you or me to Octavio Vigil's unfortunate demise.
Good. As long as it stays that way.
Meaning?
Meaning, she could talk you into just about anything, couldn't she? Including turning state's evidence.
Okay. What is that supposed to mean? All of a sudden, you don't trust me. What kind of game are you playing here?
Hi, Evangeline. Thank you for coming over so quickly.
Kelly, all right?
I think I may have pushed her too hard when we were rehearsing those questions that you prepared for her.
Well, if she can't handle it here, how's she's going to keep it together in the courtroom?
I don't know. Is there anything we can do? Can we postpone? Can we settle?
No, nothing. I'm sorry. I mean, Kevin might self-destruct, but I doubt it. Seriously.
All right, then I'll just have to make sure that she's ready, that she is prepared, just in case.
In case of what?
In case you're right, and he doesn't self-destruct.
There you are. Is that for me? Is that why you didn't want me to go to the store with you? What you got there?
Oh.
Huh. You went to the pharmacy. Sounds like vitamins, maybe some supplements. Now, while it's possible you've decided to become a female bodybuilder, it's much more likely that you're taking these because you're pregnant. Am I right?
Hi, honey. Are you feeling better?
Yeah, I'm ready to rehearse again.
I've been thinking. Let's not bother rehearsing anymore. In fact, you can go upstairs and play with Ace if you feel like it, because I don't think we should be so worried about defending you as a fit mother. No. We have got to attack Kevin as being an unfit father.
I'm not sure those pictures are enough.
Oh, please. Come on. Just look at the lives that Kevin has ruined in this family alone. And there have to be others. okay? I will find out. And you listen to me. I need you to allow me to go ahead and do this my way, Kelly. You can't balk at anything, because I am going to find any piece of dirt on Kevin that I can. No. In fact, I am going to ruin him. I am not going to be satisfied until he is completely and utterly destroyed.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next.
On the next One Life to Live.
Are we friends now?
I can't.
Are you pregnant?
Adriana, do you have an explanation for this?
You invited me over for a casual dinner. Just wondering what your plans are tonight.
Catch back-to-back Classic Days episodes this Sunday night at 7, part of SoapNet's Days Decathlon.